All right, let me walk you through a situation that I see too often with my students out there in the ready-mix industry. They tell me about a job that they're trying to close, an opportunity that let's say is a 1,000-yard job, a good-sized job for them. And they say, Steve, here's the deal. The customer called me yesterday and said that the competitor is $5 cheaper. And I go, okay, what'd you do? He goes, well, I talked to my boss about it, and my boss was reluctant in the beginning, but then he said, okay, what price do we need to be at? And I told him about how good the customer is and how loyal they've been, and I'm trying to work with them. And so we decided to go back with $6. Okay, and did you win the work? We got the job. So all is good, manager, sailor, high five, everything's great, right? Here's the problem. I don't know if you notice it, but let's break down what really happened. The customer wanted to work with the seller, and they gave him that call. I call that last look. I don't know what you call it, but they gave him the last look call. I want to go with you, but your price is too high. The seller did not know what to do with it, or they did, but the thing that they knew to do was to go and get $1 off of that. So it's a 1,000-yard job. I don't know, let's say the seller does 100,000 yards a year. That $1 extra was his whole salary for the year on one conversation that he had. And then the $5 is $500,000 in margin that we missed out on over the year. What? These are what I call the micro cuts that are happening in your organization. On the spreadsheet, it doesn't reveal itself. You've got thousands and thousands of yards, you've got lots of trucks, lots of sellers, and you just kind of look at the big picture. What's our margin like? What's our average selling price? What's our volume like? And you don't see the micro cuts. You don't see the little scratches that are happening on a daily, regular basis that are our customers actually taking advantage of our salespeople. Now, did you miss the punchline in all of this? The customer actually said, I want to work with you, but your price is too high. And all our sellers heard was, but your price is too high. And so they work on that part of the problem. They did not hear the first part. I want to work with you. That's where your seller did the great job. They actually made a customer want to work with you, but they threw away the margin. You see, they're not trained to ask the right questions at that moment. They're not good last look negotiators. Now, why is that? I believe that the beliefs are what hold us back first. So in our ASP model, we have awareness, skills, and practice. Our awareness step is where we try and figure out what went screwy in the brain that made our seller decide that it's a good idea to give away our margin to win jobs. Well, somewhere along the way, they probably got burned by a lowball bid. Maybe a customer convinced them that the only way to get work is by being the cheapest because they're just a commodity. Or maybe no one ever showed them that there's another way, that there's a way to actually find out what the customer values and see if they can put a dollar figure on it. Wait, you want to go with me? How come? So let me ask you this. How many opportunities with your sellers do you think are being missed on a regular basis? Now, there's two opportunities I'm talking about here. One is that they got the last look, but they gave the discount to win the work when they already had the work. So there's those, let's add those up. And then the other opportunity that's missed is all the other customers that I call quote and hope customers, the price shoppers, the ones that only care about price, Steve. No, they only care about price because you haven't helped them see that you're different. You're acting like a commodity for them. So how many opportunities have we lost because we didn't even get last look? The customer just went with the lowest and said, see you later. We found out later they didn't buy from us. Well, here's the fix. I've been training salespeople for 10, 15 years now, and what I've done lately is come up with what I call the Last Look Playbook course. It's not a simple process step. It's not one size fits all. It's a playbook. It's a collection of plays that your sellers can adapt to their conditions, their market, their style, and use them when appropriate to get more last looks and to hold the margin. I think the ROI on it, if you just stop giving away that buck to beat the price when you already had the job, is enough to pay for the course. But I want you to ask yourself, how many conversations are they having every week that could be costing you tens, if not hundreds, if not millions of dollars in margin and revenue every year? Let me help you. It's a 16-week course, and it will change their trajectory in your company. Enroll today.